Hey guys, it's RodimusPrimal. I am back with another video, and today San Diego Comic-Con has just begun, and Hasbro decided to have a panel today to show off Wave 3 of Transformers Legacy. We also get to see some exclusives that are coming up, and got some things that some fans might be a little bit disappointed and excited at the same time about. So, got a lot to talk about, so sit back, relax, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and let's transform and roll out. Before I get started, of course, I want to thank each and every one of you guys. If you've not already subscribed to the channel, or if you're a channel member, or or if you support the channel on Patreon, or if you've been purchasing a t-shirt every now and then, it really goes a long way to help the channel out, to continue to grow as I produce more content. In fact, I have another Transformers retrospective coming up on a particular Decepticon that I'm sure a lot of people are going to be excited to see. And we also have a lot of Transformers news to cover today, so let's get right into it. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about, if you've already seen my video where I was covering all of the Velocitron Speedia 500 collection, Walmart had their collector's con like early this morning, at least as far as for me, because I was I was up late really working on my retrospective, and this particular lineup of figures has some ones that I really want and some that I'm kind of on the fence about. But Cosmos was on everyone's list, and he sold out instantly. And as it turns out, Walmart only stocked 9,000 of them, particularly of Cosmos. So he's short packed, and he sold out instantly. Before Hasbro Pulse even put up theirs, they did their premium members. So if you were a premium member, which I am not, it sold out before it even went to the general public. So Cosmos immediately sold out to a lot of people. A lot of people, from what they said, that they logged in at 2 p.m. and then it just sold out before they even hit checkout. And it's I was already had it in the cart. What's going on here? So a lot of people have had that issue with these particular figures, and Cosmos is in high demand. Cosmos, Clampdown, and I believe Hauler are ones that I particularly want to get more than others. And I think that's what it is. Some people are just hit and miss, and for others it's well, Cosmos is the one that's in demand. How do you take a character I don't think that they actually anticipated Cosmos to be a popular character. And I've done a retrospective on him that's a little bit dated now, only because Transformers Cyberverse introduced a new version of the character. But it's a character that I think that Hasbro probably slept on, and I'm kind of disappointed that so many people missed out on him. Hopefully there are plenty more to go, which kind of gets me, because Hasbro's recent, investors, where they actually put out their performance, they've said that they've actually performed really well despite the economy being in the shape that it is, and they have actually upped production of their toys. So people are getting their toys earlier now, which is hitting some people's credit cards a little too soon, because it's you expect it to come out in October, and then all of a sudden your credit card gets hit, and it's oh, nope, we're shipping August 1st. Oh, nope, we're shipping, July 25th. And it's but I wasn't anticipating that. And so some people are getting hit in that respect. And, it's not a bad thing, because it means you get your figures, but it is for others, because if you know you're not going to have the money until then, it's how do you make that balance, in order to get your collection going? And so that's one of the things I wanted to talk about with this. And it's just, I'm hoping that more people are able to get the figures that they want, if they can. If not, you're like me and going, okay, I got to pay rent. I've got to pay car payment. I've got to pay cell phone bill. And, there's a whole bunch of different factors that can go on that could prevent you from purchasing new figures. But there are lots of cool stuff that, Hasbro revealed today, though. Now, of course, I do want to talk about the other stuff that they discussed during the panel. Plenty of stuff, man. I mean, on top of all of the cool, figures that are revealed, fans were asking questions about whether or not we were going to see Gears or Brawn. And they did say that they are working on, them probably later down the line in Legacy. We'll probably see some IDW stuff, more collaboration stuff. I know a lot of live action fans want to see some studio series stuff. I don't doubt that you're going to see plenty of more Transformers like mixed in. You're going to see all of this cool stuff, you know, revealed, you know, maybe throughout San Diego Comic-Con, but then there's also New York Comic-Con in the fall, and we also know that PulseCon is in October. There's lots of stuff that's going to come out this year that I think are going to get a lot of Transformers fans excited. And the first of which, of course, is the next class of legacy figures. And this comes from Matt Guzzi on Twitter. And he was actually at the panel at San Diego Comic-Con today. And they revealed the deluxe class wave Skullgrin. Now, if you're not familiar with who Skullgrin is, he was a Pretender character, very prominent in the comics. He went by, I think it was Doros in Transformers Master Force, but they called him Skullgrin in the subtitles. And he was a Pretender, but his robot mode looked very like a monstrous armor for his robot mode. Like, it wasn't that different. Where Submarauder is very different, Skullgrin was very much the same with his Pretender shell. And so I'm looking at this and going, this looks really cool. I do wish it had an alternate head, like you can take off the robot head and put on the skull head, or maybe have it like a battle mask or something like that. That would be kind of neat. But it does look really cool. I do like the character from the comics. I know he had like a spotlight issue. And so it is something worth it for G1 fans of the comics and of Transformers Master Force as well. So, you know, I think he's definitely on a want list for a lot of people. Next on the list is one that I'm also very excited about because I want a complete set of Target Masters. You know, maybe we might see a re-release of those Titans Return Decepticon Target Masters, because we know we saw Trigger Happy, Slug Slinger, and then Misfire was short packed. He was short packed in both Hasbro and Takara's wave of Titans Return. And Takara's version, I have Slug Slinger, you know, actually came with the Target Master partners instead of just being the headmasters. But for Transformers Siege, we got Crosshairs. And we were like, well, where's the rest of the Autobot Target Masters? Well, we are getting Point Blank, and he's going to be renamed Blanker. I'm guessing that they obviously lost the name, but it still works because I guess it kind of works as far as him being a Target Master. And they did say he is going to come with the Target Master gun. So the thing is that they're not showing any accessories. They're just showing slides of the robots themselves. They're not showing alt modes for Legacy's Wave 3. I wonder why. Or maybe it's because they said that August 16th is when they're going to show off the official reveal with a live stream and everything and have like a big reveal party at that point. And then we'll actually see the figures. But I think they wanted to get a head start on anyone doing any reveal sooner than them and actually give like an official release. So I'm very excited for Point Blank. I know his name is going to be Blanker, but I'm going to be calling him Point Blank, you know, period. And he's going to sit well next to Crosshairs and any other Target Masters that you want to put on your shelves. Crankcase is another surprise that I was not expecting, to be quite honest with you. I know I've seen, like, you know, some people like have posted links, but I didn't know what he was going to end up being. He's going to be a retool of Skids. So if you want a Decepticon that made from the same molding as Skids, Crankcase is it, and he actually looks really cool. He's definitely on my list as well. This one is a must get if you have been collecting the Stunticons, is Dead End. And what I love about this particular Dead End, first and foremost, is that the accuracy to it's kind of like he's like a cross between the G1 toy and the G1 cartoon. They really have done a good job of melding the two designs for Dead End. And if you look at Dead End's legs here, you can notice, like, if you have your G1 Dead End in front of you and you look at the legs of the robot, it does look like this. Of course, Toy Hacks is going to have a field day with those labels to really like make it shine. But the chest is like very much like the G1 cartoon. Same thing with the head design, which is I'm very, very happy about. And I'm also happy that he has, because, you know, Wild Rider doesn't have it on his shoulders. Instead, they made it like a weird, like, cape-like backpack that you can, like, fold in or not have folded in. But with Dead End, they've at least, you know, made it, you know, as he's supposed to be. He looks like because he is just like Dragstrip, supposed to split in half. and I'm looking at the way that the robot mode is designed, I'm thinking that the red button right here is probably where the separation is and where you're going to be able to pull him apart, because he goes on the other arm. Drag strip goes on one arm, splits in two. Dead End goes on the other arm, splits in two, and then Breakdown and Wild Rider go on the legs of Menasor. I cannot wait to get a complete set of them. This one and the next reveal are not ones that I have a lot to say about, because if you have already seen my news video, you already know that they've done Armada, Starscream, and they're also doing Inferno. And these two in particular, I'm very happy to see that they have done official reveals for. We've already seen images of them. You know, for Starscream, again, I think I'm still on the fence about him. Inferno is a must-get for me. Like, I need to complete my Season 1 for Beast Wars. Armada Starscream is not like on my top list, but I think a lot of fans of Armada are going to be pleased. The big reveal for the panel itself, as a leader class is concerned, is Megatron. Specifically, Transmetal II Megatron from Beast Wars. He transforms into a dragon, so you're getting a good look at the image right here as far as what he looks like. But we also have a look at the box, and the box image here gets to, you know, you get to see like what the robot itself looks like, and like a closer look at him, as well as the dragon mode. The dragon mode looks fantastic. The only thing that I'm not liking about it from the official images, both in the toy photography and on the official images on the back of the box here, is that he doesn't have that like sheen metallic look to him. I know that they're not going to do the chrome like they did back in the day, but I do wish it was a little bit like shinier, because that was one of the things about Transmetals that like was really, really cool about those particular figures. Even though it's scraped off over time, you know, having something that looks or emulates that, even though you're not doing so, would have looked a little bit better to me. But overall, he does look great. I like the fact that he looks a little bit more posable than the original figure was. The original figure is nice, but this one seems to have a little bit better posability in places, not completely. And he looks like he does not have that third weird dragon tank mode that that the original toy had. And I still have my original Megatron, and I also have Cryotech, but I think a lot of fans are also going to be excited about Cryotech, you know, a blue repaint of this figure, which is what the face looks like. It looks like more. It looks more like a Cryotech than a Megatron to me. Maybe it's just because his face is gray instead of like that, like silver instead of that dark gray. Maybe I'm going to add some paint to that if I do get him. The next reveal that I want to talk to you guys about today, that was not part of the panel, but when you walked into San Diego Comic-Con, which again, I was not present, had this on display for order through Generation Selects. I believe you're going to be able to get it through Entertainment Earth and through other sources, is a blue Trailbreaker. Now, I have the first one, the black one. I also have Hoist. And so I'm not really like looking to get this particular figure for Trailbreaker. I like what he looks like. I like the color scheme. I wish he had a G1 toy accurate like faceplate, but I'm not really feeling it. And I totally can understand why. I do have DK, which is the black Ironhide repaint, and I really would love to have like Ironhide in particular. But for those of you who are looking to complete the Diaclone figures, this would be one to get, because the first three Diaclone figures, the red Sunstreaker, the black Ironhide, and this blue Trailbreaker, those three figures were released in the US prior to the Transformers hitting toy shelves, which you can see in this image here, were released. So having them available to you now, of course, now all three are Transformers characters. So it is something kind of cool, but it's not something that I'm really interested in. However, this set is an absolute must-get for me. Alpha Trion and Orion packs. I need these figures. I really, really want an Alpha Trion figure. I not so much an Orion packs, but an Alpha Trion figure that looks like him, has the accessory of Vector Sigma itself, with the key to Vector Sigma. Unfortunately, this is a PulseCon exclusive. So when PulseCon comes out, I believe it's like the end of October. is when they announced, is when you're going to be able to order this Legacy A Hero Is Born 2-pack. It's going to retool of Cup to make Orion packs, and it's a retool of Scourge to make Alpha Trion. And for both figures, Alpha Trion looks really good. You know, yes, he does. You can kind of tell it is Scourge just the way that the molding is, but that's the way the original character was designed kind of to begin with. It kind of like took a lot of that same, you know, design elements. I like the fact that they've done some retouch-ups for color and that they've given him a new head, and you can kind of see like where they changed up some things for his molding, but they've given us really good colors, you know, for him. And for for Orion Pax himself, I love the accurate head sculpt. I love the new, you know, shins, you know, and the new chest plate that they've decided to give in order to make this particular character shine, because he's a character that only appears in one episode until he gets shot by, Orion Pax gets shot by Megatron, you know, defending his, you know, warehouse, and he gets rebuilt by Alpha Trion completely into Optimus Prime. It is the origin of Optimus Prime. And, you know, the vehicle mode, it works. I know it's not exact. You know, he doesn't have his trailer that the animation model, you know, originally had, but at least we do now have a Orion Pax that is official, that is a little bit, I guess you can say it's easier to get because, like, I mean, it's an opposable Orion Pax. And, you know, the robot mode looks good. You know, he doesn't need a blaster. Neither character really needs a blaster, if you think about it. But the fact that, you know, Alpha Trion would have been a warrior at least at some point, and the fact that he comes with the key to Vector Sigma, it's a great accessory to have. Definitely worth getting. I cannot wait to you know, when PulseCon happens, I want to try to make sure that I'm able to get this particular set. And I love the retooling that is done to make this character shine. Finally an Alpha Trion figure. Like a really good one. A really, really good one. I am very, very excited about this. But I want to know what you guys think about this. Of course, leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and be sure to thumbs up and subscribe and check out my other videos as well. The San Diego Comic-Con is still going on right now over the weekend. We're going to see more for Earthspark. I'll do a video for that. Stay tuned for my Barricade retrospective. Should be up either tomorrow or Saturday morning at the latest. And, you know, you can also expect to see, like I said, another news video, you know, and more Transformers discussions, retrospectives, and more down the pipeline. So stay tuned for all of that. And as always, guys, until next time, till all are one.